that's been in such good form throughout the year. Sun Yu, 4 tournament finals, 4 Super Series tournament finals, I should say, up against the world and Olympic champion Carolina Marin. Then we'll have 2 men's singles back-to-back, and the #1 seed in the men's singles and the #2 seed, 2 separate matches. Then we'll have women's doubles, and we'll end with a second women's singles as well. Well, there is Sun Yu from China. What a year she's had. So Sun Yu, the 22-year-old from Dalian, #3 on the Super Series rankings, having been in 4 Super Series tournaments. Carolina Marin, she hasn't been in any. That is probably the biggest surprise of these Super Series finals. So as far as the women's singles is concerned, 5 of the 8 players in the Super Series finals have won a Super Series title this year. 7 of the 8 players have been in a Super Series tournament final. The only one who hasn't is the player we're about to watch, Carolina Marin, but she didn't do too badly, winning the Olympic gold medal in Rio, and of course until very, very recently she was world #1, and she won the World Championships last year in Jakarta for a 2nd consecutive time. So women's singles coming up next.
For the women's singles match on court 1, from China, the #3 seed, Sun Yu.
Sun Yu, the #3 seed. Only played 9 of the 12 Super Series tournaments this year, but still finished the year ranked 3. Missed out on the India event, the Malaysian event, and Hong Kong. She withdrew from Hong Kong because she'd, the previous week, lost in the final in China.
And please welcome her opponents, the #7 seed from Spain and Olympic champion, Carolina Marin.
23-year-old left-hander from Spain, Carolina Marin, the former world #1, a total of 66 weeks. Over 3 different spells she was world #1. But she set her target this year of Olympic gold, and that she delivered in style in Rio de Janeiro. So #2 on the world rankings at the moment, but only finished the year ranked 7 on the Super Series rankings. So just to remind you, of course, the Super Series rankings only take into account Super Series tournaments. They don't take into account Olympics or European Championships, Asian Championships, all the other events that go on throughout the year, plus, of course, the other tier of tournaments within the BWF World Tour. Well, I'm sure she will go down in the history books, Carolina Marin, the 23-year-old born in Huelva. Lives now in Madrid. She has, as you can see, and I was telling you, been world #1, but remarkably is the only player in the women's singles here in the Super Series finals who has not contested a Super Series tournament final this year. She's only played 7 tournaments. She's had 4 semi-finals, but no finals this year. And when you consider last year, well, she won 5 titles a year ago at Super Series level. But I guess when you put your focus all into one event, as a lot of the players did for the Olympic Games, and she delivered quite brilliantly in Rio, beating, of course, Pusala Venkata Sindhu in the final. So to her opponents, the 22-year-old Sun Yu, the #3 seed. She's from the seaport of Dalian in Liaoning province in northeast China. 4 Super Series tournament finals this year. In fact, she's been in 6 tournaments in total, but 4 of them were Super Series. The Singapore, where the year before she had won the title, Australia, Japan and China as well. So what a year she's had. But as you can see, she's number 6 in the world rankings at the moment, and that's the highest she's ever been. She's enjoying her 3rd week at a career high of number 6. So this will be the 5th meeting between these 2 players, and of the previous 4, well, honours are shared, 2 wins apiece, but it is Carolina Marin who won the last 2. The last time they met was in the quarter-final of the Denmark Premier Super Series earlier this year. 3 games, as you can see. Look at that, 27-25 in the decider. She had to come from 6-14 down and 14-18 down. In fact, saved 2 match points before winning through in 1 hour and 35 minutes. I can remember watching that match in Denmark. It was a thriller. So to our court officials and Rahana da Silva from Sri Lanka and our service judge from Japan, Hajitomo Kachihara. Well, I suppose a year ago, Steen, we wouldn't have been even contemplated Carolina Marin here at the Super Series finals without having been in a Super Series tournament final all year, having won 5 titles last year.
No, but the thing is that she got injured playing the European women's team competition, where she also had to play women's doubles, which is very, very tough for women's singles players that are not used to the number of power smashes. Even though Carolina Marin perhaps has the most powerful smash of all the women's singles players, she's not used to the amount of smashes that she has to use in women's doubles. So she nursed that injury for a long time.
Semi-finalist a year ago, the former world #1, the left-hander. Oof, look at that net shot, my goodness me, that is perfection in the very first rally.
Low.
Sun Yu looked a little bit nervous on that defensive shot, completely mistimed it.
Low.
Well, she's got a huge amount of strapping on her legs as Sun Yu, a very tall athlete, 183, that's just over 6 foot, but my goodness, that's even more than the last time I saw her play.
Yeah, I think she's got those, what are they called? The things that the players play with on their...
Compression stockings.
Compression stockings, that's right. So it's more or less the 2 knees that are strapped.
Yeah.
Service over. 1, 2.
That's going to be interesting.
That really is heavily strapped, both knees. She
was a spent force in the final in China Open, and it's interesting to see how fit she is for this tournament. So
injury-wise, are you talking, or are you talking stamina-wise? Because we've had our doubts about her stamina in the past.
Yeah, I mean the stamina should be okay, but the injuries and maybe it's linked together, because if you tend to pick up injuries, you can't practice as hard as you want to. And I know that also Marin has had some injuries here after the Olympics and hasn't been able to practice the way she wanted to. So she's a little bit unsure where she stands in this tournament here. Doesn't have the best memories from last year, where she lost twice to Nozomi Okuhara.
First in the group and then in the semi-final. And Okuhara went on to win the title.
Yeah, and it was convincing wins over Marin from Okuhara at that tournament.
Well, in fact, she's one of 2 players that have won a Super Series title this year, but not qualified for the Super Series finals. Of course, Okuhara won the All England Championships on her 21st birthday, and Saina Nehwal won in Australia. And those are the only 2 winners of Super Series tournaments this year who are not here at the finals. That's short. Oh, she's missed it.
Yeah, and interesting enough is that both Okuhara and Nehwal has been also nursing quite significant injuries that have sort of cost them in terms of playing form.
Yes, Saina Nehwal underwent knee surgery, didn't she?
Yeah, got injured during the Olympics, or ahead of the Olympics, but wasn't able to play her best at the Olympics. But it's good to see her back. She was back in, played some good matches in Hong Kong Open, Saina Nehwal.
Yeah, also went on to Macau.
Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely back on the recovery road. That's a little bit fortunate, isn't it, for the left-hander there. Yeah.
So it says a little bit about how tough the competition is in the top of women's singles in the world. We also missed, of course, Li Shuirui of China, who unfortunately got injured during the semi-final against Carolina Marin in the Olympics. And yeah, you really have to work hard to be compatible.
Beautiful straight drop from the left-hander.
Service over. 6.
Yeah, and I think we can get used to some of these verbal celebrations from Carolina Marin. Almost her trademark, isn't it? I mean, she's a wonderful badminton player, but everybody tends to know her because of her yelling after the rally when she's played a good rally. Sometimes not just once or twice, but sometimes 3 times after a rally.
And one of the things that I noticed is that when she won the Olympics, she played at a pace out of this world, in my opinion, and we haven't seen anything like that since. So I think we have to believe her when she states that she's a little bit uncertain on how she stands.
Oh, goodness me.
Form-wise.
6 all.
So 6 all, that's opening game.
Service over. 7-6.
Just at the last minute.
Yeah, just a little bit of delay on that shot. You really can't afford to live short to Sun Yu because she's so tall. She can create such angles, can't she? Look at that one. That's terrific. Yeah.
And I think the lift probably was a little bit short.
Yeah, Marin isn't a short player, but it's just playing against Sun Yu, who's was it 183?
183.
Yeah, you tend to stand just a little bit too long towards the back court when you're in the defense, because you're simply not used to that angle.
That's a couple of times that the left-hander has done that from the forehand neck shot, just at the last minute, guided across court to make the tall athlete twist and turn.
Very efficient shot, and that was also one of the things that impressed me at the Olympics, that she could control those cross net shots, even coming forward. She came forward back then with a lot of pace after having attacked, and still seem to have a wonderful touch at the net.
Well, she did everything right in that rally, apart from that final shot, Carolina Marin.
9-all.
Moving quickly.
And the thing is that, from watching the rallies, I have a feeling that Sun Yu should be behind right now, but it's actually 9-all, so she hasn't lost anything.
No. But But is that because Carolina Marin has been dictating the pace? I mean, I've been watching her playing the punch clears.
Yeah. And there's a little bit too many mistakes creeping in, like this one.
Yeah.
It's played with, it looks like it's played with no marking, but maybe there is some marking, it's just not big enough.
Yeah. But again, in that rally, you see the left-hander is dictating the pace. Now there's her coach. Fernando Rivas has had such an influence on Carolina Marin and her development as a badminton player. Yeah, a very intelligent man. He speaks about 5 different languages. He's doing a PhD at the moment.
Yeah, in badminton.
In badminton. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Well, it is the Olympic champion who has the advantage, albeit just one solitary point advantage here at the mid-game interval of the opening game. Good use of the body smash. Yeah, and the yell of delight. 2 minutes to the mid-game interval. 1 point advantage.
Luego no usa los medio remates al cuerpo. Recuerda que siempre juega natural y ahí puede empezar a jugar en la mitad de la pista que tú quieras. Bueno, se trata de hacer jugadas. Meto presión aquí, sabe sus patrones. Meto aquí, busco en este lado de la pista, estoy en este lado de la pista, busco en este otro, porque siempre estoy haciendo lo mismo. Pero sobre todo, recuerda, ahí se lo cruzó, vamos a quitarlo un rato. ¿Vale?
20 seconds.
Well, Sun Yu's coach, Chen Jin, had a couple of words to say before he was back on his seat at the back of the court. But Steen, you understand 1 or 2 words of Spanish. Did you manage to catch anything there, or not really?
No, they weren't amongst the words that Fernando Rivas was saying to Carolina Marin. No, but it's also, I mean, it's 11-10, so nothing's really been decided yet.
No.
It depends a little bit. Apparently, it goes according to the Chinese plan. That's well played.
Yeah.
And that's one of the first times that we've seen Sun Yu sort of dictate the rally.
Take the initiative.
Yes.
Yeah. From her perspective, do you think she should do more of that?
Yeah, I think if she can manage stamina-wise and physically, I think it's a good idea to try to attack I wouldn't try to play too defensive against Marin anyway. You can't hope that she's... there was another mistake, but you can't really rely on that she's going to make enough mistakes if you don't put a little bit of pressure on her.
11.
It's very important if Sun Yu can close down that backhand corner at the net. If you can really reach a lot of shots to that corner, then I think she has a great chance.
I like that, clear.
Yeah, that's well played.
Yeah. And to me, it's almost very risky, but it was worth the risk because she played it so well.
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah, and Sun Yu, she can't play that one back, because then this shot is going to come almost every time, and it's going to be a winner.
Yeah. I think Chen Jin is thinking exactly what you've just verbalised. Yeah. Good return of serve, got the net caught. Oh, that's landing in. Yeah, that's a great shot.
13, 12.
Good shot. Excellent shot. It's really, really hard to be accurate on that one, because and the shot from Marin comes across. This one's a cross clear, which makes it extremely difficult to be accurate. You tend to sort of draw it wide if you're not very careful.
That's nice too.
Yeah.
This is intriguing, isn't it?
14, 13.
She took that really, really early, and you see that Chen Jin, he was applauding here. That's definitely something that they've been discussing ahead of the match. It's a good combination for Marin, that cross clear from her backhand corner, and then if Sun Yu plays back, doesn't matter which corner it is, whether it's the forehand or the backhand corner, cross drop from is the next shot. That's really efficient.
Fifteen, 14.
It's a good lift from there.
She's waiting for that one. Sun Yu, not enough. This was straight on the line.
16,
But that cross push from Marin. That one.
Yeah.
And there's so much video analysis going on these days that you really have to make sure you get enough variation on your game. Back when I was coaching, there was video as well, but you didn't have the possibility of breaking everything down and doing statistics on it. Now you have it by these very advanced programs
16.
that are available. So you have to expect that your habit shots are known by the opponents. Well played.
Yeah. The cross-court block especially.
All.
Was that the one that changed the rally there from Sun Yu?
Yeah, I think so.
So this one here.
This one, yeah.
That was the one that did the damage, wasn't it? Opened up the possibilities and the back level. 16 all.
That's long.
That was very, very good retrieving from Sun Yu.
16.
Umpire doesn't allow her to go and tail down.
Well done by Sun Yu. When she reads Marin's net shots, she's taking the return so early, Sun Yu, and that's giving her an advantage.
Rivas a little bit frustrated by that. But 4 straight points for Sun Yu. Clever. Overdone it.
Yeah.
Well. 5 straight points and just 2 points away from taking this opening game. Well judged, letting that go long.
Service over, 17-19.
Is that our first service error of the match, Steen? I can't remember another one.
Play.
Just got to be careful now, Sun Yu, because at 19 you feel that you're almost home, but when the opponent has 17 and now 18, she's not much further away, and so if you get a little bit too cautious, then it might as well slip away. Well played.
Clever smash, isn't it? Good body smash from Sun Yu.
Service over.
And with that good smash, she earns herself 2 game point opportunities. Look at this. Straight towards the left hip of the left-hander. It's just wide.
Yeah.
Well, no challenge from Marin. I would have thought on a game point opportunity it was worth a challenge, but not to be. She must have realised that the line judge got that absolutely right. Well, it was indeed wide. So opening game to Sun Yu, 21-18 in 21 minutes of play.
坚持，而且你现在做的比较好，就节奏，一个是节奏，一个是没有软，就他在反复你后场的时候，你就长一点，切入球长一点的那种过渡，他不好强。不要轻易的先给他起球，让他有往前的再去起球，因为有的是起球，他现在还是会抓。
Paris in 2010, beat Taufik Hidayat in the final.
动作反而对角线挺好，他抓到你的实线，对角线的弧度。
Well, I never thought of him as a short player, but I think he's shorter than some of you.
Pero claro, el ritmo es muy bajo, ¿vale? Y el plan de juego no está en el plan de juego, absolutamente nada. Entonces no estás aprovechando los ángulos del centro y es lo que tenemos que jugar, a los ángulos del centro. Para eso tenemos golpeos de sobra, los delay clear, los medios remates al centro. O sea, todo eso, cada vez que tengas el volante lejos de red, métele presión al cuerpo, ¿vale? Métele presión al cuerpo. No juegues blando, juega con velocidad. ¿Estamos? Ataque. Ataque de derecha está siempre siendo paralelo, no sé por qué. Pero está esperando siempre. Usa el cuerpo también, aunque solo sea para generar estrés, generar inseguridad. Pero si está siempre así, está cómodo. Es muy raro que falle, ¿de acuerdo?
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind, Fernando Rivas, one of the best coaches in world badminton. He's a very thoughtful man. He's a very precise man. Training and preparation is worked out
Second game.
to
Low wall.
the minutest detail.
Play.
Yeah, and a lot of science going into the practice as well.
Already.
Now, Carolina Marin is saying she wants the court mopped of the perspiration before they start play.
Play.
Umpire's not having it.
Marin.
Not quite sure why the court attendants didn't dash onto court as soon as the
Play.
No.
game is called and just mop up whether their players have asked for it or
Yeah.
not.
And,
Maybe they did. I was watching the players, I have to confess.
Yeah, but if they were on the court, they didn't do a good enough job. I mean, why should she sort of try to delay? I mean, she's just had 2 minutes break.
Yeah, yeah. So it's not delaying tactics.
No.
1 low. Too low.
Good deception there again.
Service over. 1 2.
A little bit of frustration there from
Service
Carolina
over.
Marin.
3 1.
And this time it was a little bit of deception from Sun here.
I do love her balance and poise, Sun Yu, when she's got time coming forward to the net.
When she reads it correctly.
Yes, yeah.
Fantastic early point of impact on the front court.
So now the umpire is allowing the court to be mopped.
Vamos a concentrarnos en el plan.
Thank you.
He's looking a little bit concerned, isn't he?
Yeah, I think we can see that the pace of Marin is nothing like at the Olympics, and that, in my opinion, is a sign that she's not fully recovered, not at her best, still nursing injuries, and that means that she's going to have to develop in real time here and see if she can find a way to win this match. Sun Yu has played a perfect first game, not doing anything to sort of lose the first game herself, and done just enough to win it. And
Service over. 4-2.
I think if Marin can't improve her accuracy or raise the pace of the game, then Sun Yu's got a really good chance of winning this match. So it's the accuracy and the patience that they've sort of got to develop on the fly.
Yeah.
Service over. 3-4.
She was quick coming forward to that net shot, though, wasn't she, the left-hander? Well, she's never adverse to having a little conversation with herself on court.
No.
Oh, I
Good
like
shot,
that.
good shot.
Service over. 5.
Excellent control.
And very little backswing of the racket from Sun Yu. Look at this. Look at that. That is tremendous. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, she couldn't have walked over there and
Service
placed it
over.
any better than that.
4-5.
Goodness. Well,
5-all.
when she finds those sort of angles, I'm not sure any player can get them back.
No.
It's just wonderful, isn't it?
And there was exactly enough good shots to set this up. A little bit of pressure on Sun Yu in her forehand corner, and then the court opens up. But a number of times we've seen that Marin hasn't been able to play with the correct accuracy for the required number of shots.
6-5. Play late. You soon. Ready to
Well,
play.
that's sending a clear message to both the umpire and her opponent that she wants to get on with it. Serving before Sun Yu was ready.
Here's the chance. That was a great shot from Sun Yu, that cross drop from the forehand side.
It's going wide. Oh, she's taken it.
Service over. 6-all.
Good coverage by Sun Yu on the last shot there. She knows, of course, also that the opponents are trying to make her move from side to side, trying to twist her around on the body.
Service over. 7-6. Marin, change. Yes.
Yes, big gulps of air there as well as the liquid.
Yeah.
7-6. Play.
goodness, I don't believe it. Well, came off the frame of the racket, and then Carolina Marin. This is the one off the frame. It's woefully short, and then plays the perfect defensive shot. No, that's gone
Again,
wide.
a great shot from Sun Yu. The cross drop there neutralizes the attack that Marin is starting up in that shot here. Excellent quality on that shot. Really, really difficult.
All.
Do you know exactly what the injury problems were for Marin?
I'm not entirely sure. I think it's been something with her back or her hip or something like that. That was after the Olympics.
Yeah. She was quick coming forward then.
Yeah.
Service over. 9-8. Change.
Look at that early preparation of the racket head to play the kill. Coming from above the shuttle, when you do that, you've got so many options. So many players, when they come forward to the net, come from underneath the shuttle. Underarm action rather than racket carriage being high. Oh, look at that again. And that. Ooh, she challenged.
Carolina Marin challenges. Call out.
My initial thought was that she missed it, but I really like that she played it to the backhand side.
Okay, rather than just going for it, the placement you liked.
Yeah, I like the placement. There was a little bit of a slice in it. Reverse slice with the backhand, and it didn't have to be that close to the line.
So what does Hawkeye say?
Yeah, she missed
Hawkeye
it.
confirms that it's out.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge
That goes down as a
remaining.
bad miss then.
Service over. 9-all.
Oh yes.
Set situation there, and
10-9.
Sun Yu knows way ahead that Marin is very, very likely to make that backhand shot.
Change.
And really quick movement for such a tall player to get under that shot from Marin and be able to attack on it. Ooh.
11-9.
So
Interval.
early game interval with the advantage, Sun Yu.
就现在就非常好，就在你的节奏里边。
Already in the game up. I like that cross-court defensive shot, you know.
Look at this miss here.
But it is a shocking miss, isn't it?
对对对对，我包括打的时候不需要打死，就打。
And I wonder if that will prove very, very costly.
重心下去准备马上回
So 11-9, second game, having already won the first, Sun Yu.
他推你正好来得及，就这块啊，其他都很好啊，更多的就是自己在场上信心，就是现在状态好，就心态好，我就是拼你。这个
20
气氛
seconds.
对不对？啊
20 seconds.
Well, one thing's for certain, Steve, you never write off this lady, this left-hander.
No, we saw that in Denmark in that long match where Marin eventually
11,
went on
9.
to win it mainly by will.
Yeah. She's a great fighter. She going to need all of that fighting spirit right now.
Duel 9.
That's good judgment. Well, Carolina Marin
13-9.
needs to really change something up or cut out some of these unforced errors.
Yeah, I don't think she can do that much different. It's a matter of hitting the shots or not hitting the shots. It's not like she can play another style, play defensively all of a sudden.
Oh, challenge here from Sun Yu.
Sun Yu challenge, call out.
Oh, it's clearly out.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Challenge
Surprised she challenged
unsuccessful.
that one.
One challenge remaining. Service over. 10-13.
Well, the shuttle was deflected by hitting the top of the net there on its way
Service
through
over.
from Sun Yu,
14-10.
making it difficult to defend.
You soon play.
Well, it's desperate times at the moment for the Olympic champion, isn't it?
Yeah. She's used to attack much more. She's used to play at a higher pace, and that sort of takes the timing off.
Service over. 11-15.
The question is, can she raise a game here towards the end of the second game? That's if you can't do that, then I'm pretty certain Sun Yu is going to win this match.
Clearly.
Do you have any questions in your mind about Sun Yu's ability when under pressure, when getting near the end of the match? I've seen her play a number of very tight matches, and a number of times she's been on the losing end right at the end.
But I don't think we'll see that here.
No?
It's she's beaten Marin before. That could be if it was the first time or something like that. And it's a group. We're at the group stage, so even if she should lose one match, she's still in the tournament.
Service over.
I think I've mainly seen it in the finals that she's been a little bit hesitant when.
I think you're probably right there. Yeah, I hadn't really clocked on to that.
shot.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
And the problem here was the second last drop from Marin comes here. That should have been crossed. Not this one. This is fine. But this one, it was actually the first one that should have been crossed.
Yeah. Well, time I just sense is running out for the Olympic champion.
Yeah.
And it's almost like there's desperation. She's trying to up the pace of movement. Look at this. Yeah, well, it worked on that occasion, Mike.
Yeah, because suddenly the timing is right again. When the pace goes up, when the pace goes up, the timing gets right.
Yeah.
When the pace goes down, the timing is off.
On her shot production, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that is magnificent.
If she reaches that on the net a little bit lower, then it might go into the net because she's making the same shot as she would reaching it where she did it here.
Very, very deep in court on her defensive stance there, Carolina Marin. Just, I know the lift wasn't full length, but look where she's standing.
Yeah.
Almost in the doubles tram line at the back there.
Good perception.
Service over, 13-18.
No, I'm just getting a little bit irritated that Sun Yu isn't ready a little bit quicker. Oh, that was going wide, wasn't it, Steen? Yeah.
Service over, 19-13.
This one.
Yeah,
Is that going wide?
yeah, I think so. I think so. But then again, I mean, I actually like that Sun Yu's playing on because it would have been perhaps a marginal decision whether it was in or out. But as long as she's playing rallies that goes longer than 5-6 shots, she has the advantage here.
Well, she's only 2 points away from beating the Olympic champion and winning this opening match of Group B. What's going on as well? Match point opportunities.
20,
Sun Yu,
match point 13.
number 3 seed.
Service over, 14-20.
Well taken. My goodness me.
15,
How
20.
quick was that coming forward? That's surely too little too late, isn't it? Look at this. That's amazing. Oh, well, Sun Yu wants to go and tell down. The umpire, rightly so, saying no. Once again, Carolina Marin just making the point. I'm ready. Why isn't my opponent? This is where we've seen in previous situations Sun Yu tighten up a little.
It is, and I think she probably has tightened up a little bit. There, Marin had the smash towards the backhand side of Sun Yu, and that's definitely the better choice.
So 3 match points have been saved.
Play.
The psychological mind games. Oh, that's right into the corner.
17-20.
Well, what a time to hit a perfect clear. Well, once again, Sun Yu asks to tell down, and once again the umpire says no, play on, and I think he's quite right too.
Yes, play.
So,
Okay, I will. Play.
4 match points have come and gone, and another 3 remain for the number 3 seed, Sun Yu of China. Goodness, quick forward again.
18-20.
Well, I'm beginning to believe the unbelievable.
How many match points did she have from the beginning? 7?
Yes.
2013 was the score?
2013. 5 match points.
Now she's getting a warning, Sun Yu.
Yep, a warning for time wasting. A warning is a yellow card. Here we go.
Warning for misconduct.
And again, she asks to tell down. And again, he says, no, play on.
You soon? The shuttle.
Now, nerves will be jangling.
Hello. Player. Play.
This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Well,
19-20.
we did say sometimes Sun Yu struggles to close out a match.
That's clever. That's
Is it
maybe
clever,
a bit too harsh of me to say, but because I mean, she could really be injured, so that would be really unfortunate for her.
Well, calling for the medical timeout, the cold spray on the knee. Oh my goodness, now she seems to have collapsed.
So you have to tell her that it's not possible to delay so much the game.
No, I didn't quite catch what Carolina Marin was saying. Tournament referee, Carsten Koch. Carolina Marin would be fairly justified to believe that this is delaying tactics from Sun Yu. Let's look at this movement. Well, I certainly didn't see any sign of when an injury occurred. So that's 6 match points have come and gone. Well.
19-20.
Yeah, very difficult situation for both the two players and the umpire.
Play.
It's going wide.
Wow.
It's back level. It's 20 all. 7 match points have been saved. What a remarkable comeback.
I don't think she's well, Sun Yu, because she was playing a 50-50 shot here. She was playing it as tight as she possibly could. It was either winner or lose on that net shot. Service return.
So 20 all, extra points required until there's a clear 2-point winning margin. Oh, we said she was a fighter, didn't we?
Yeah.
The Olympic champion. Oh, take that. So on a run of 8 straight points, having saved 7 match points, Carolina Marin now has a game point opportunity herself.
Good shot.
That's well done. Well done.
But that's the first time in 8 or 9 rallies that Sun Yu has taken some kind of initiative.
Yeah.
Excellent play. Excellent play.
22-21.
So for an 8th time, Sun Yu has a match point opportunity.
Play.
Oh, that's amazing. Suddenly,
yeah,
all the shots are there.
Yeah. How good was that? Look at this. Threaded it down the line.
And I can see Janno Jorgensen, he's standing ready to enter the court. He doesn't know whether it's going to be 2 games or 3 games.
Oh yes, well played. Well, this time the umpire allows Sun Yu to towel down before what will be her 9th match point opportunity. Yeah, you made the point earlier on, didn't you, Steen, about tactical play, and you've really got to take the game to Carolina Marin, because when Carolina Marin is controlling the rallies, dictating the pace, she's a very, very difficult player to beat. No, she's spending an awful lot of time and energy complaining about time delaying. I can understand her frustration.
Yeah.
You have to know. But that's not possible.
Play.
Hey! Oh! Vamos, eh? Va.
So 9th match point for Sun Yu. It's gone long, and on the 9th time of asking, Sun Yu of China wins this opening Group B encounter of the women's singles. The world and Olympic champion has taken leave of centre stage. Now she comes back to shake some hands with her opponent.
21-18, 24-22.
Yeah, the clear long of the back line. Yeah, clearly long. And so the match in 2 straight games to Sun Yu of China. My goodness, well, what drama, though, at the end of that second game. But 2 straight games, 21-18, 24-22.
No problem.
In a match just 1 minute shy of the hour mark.
I know.
What was all of that about? Carolina Marin talking to umpire Rohanna da Silva, venting her frustration at what she perceived as time wasting towards the end. And I do have my sympathies. But all credit to Sun Yu, because Sun Yu played a very good game today to beat the Olympic champion in 2 straight games. So that, of course, was the opening match of a Group B. So that makes Sun Yu, at the moment, top of the group. Of course, we will be watching Akane Yamaguchi a little later on And with Pusala Venkato Sindhu, who's been in 2 finals this year, the Olympic silver medalist, and that should be a great match. So to our next match, and it features the man who finished #1 on the Super Series standings in the men's singles, the first European ever to do so. Janno Jorgensen of Denmark will play against the #8 seed, Hu Yun from Hong Kong.